Hi Mom! So today is Valentine's Day and Brad and I celebrate our getting together anniversary on Valentine's Day because I didn't think it was going to amount to anything, so I didn't make a note of our first date.
Me either.
So it was sometime in early March, before the middle of March, I don't know, and I just figured we would just use Valentine's Day because what man's gonna miss that, right? Like, there's stuff everywhere about Valentine's Day. So, and he's been pretty good, I must say. Anyway, tonight we went out for supper, and I didn't plan to record any of it, but this restaurant is literally 7 minutes from the house. It's the cutest little Italian joint, really nice, and the food was incredible. The staff, the one waitress there, she was phenomenal. Like, whipping back and forth tables, she was working it. Really, really good. So I took some footage of the place and their little business card, so I will post that here. So if you're in the area down here, in the San Carlos, Coronado area, on the way up to El Valle, it's a really good restaurant. Highly recommend it. Very good. So I'm in the pool, minding my own business, as I do, and I find this squirrel. We have a new Fred. If you've been around for a long time, very beginning of our videos, when we were still living in Canada, we had not a pet squirrel, but there was a squirrel in the garden, and we named him Fred. So we have a new Fred, which is awesome. And he's going up and he's getting those balls off those trees. Balls I was telling you about last year, or last week. They are good for the chickens when we get them. I forgot my hat. We bought a power washer because all the sidewalks, the big back retaining wall, that big concrete wall, they're covered in black mold, I guess. Mold, mildew, nasty. Anyway, so we bought a power washer, and I'm gonna go around and clean the entire sidewalk. The wall, the sidewalk, entirely around the house, and from the house to the shed. It all needs to be done, and probably do the house as well. The house just has, you know, bugs stuck to it or whatever. There's nothing really wrong with the house, but the sidewalks, they're bad. So definitely have to sort those out. So a few days ago, when we were in David getting our permanent residency visa, I picked up some flip-flops just for puttering around here in the pool area. However, they are size 6 and I'm an 8 or 9. So whoever comes who's a size 6, don't bring your flip-flops. was filling our water cups only to realize that the jug was empty in the cooler, and I know we need more jugs in order to keep a reasonable rotation, so I have to make some room, and one thing led to another, and here we go. Okay, you guys, I picked this up yesterday when I was in 𝐬𝐫𝐫𝐸. Handmade little Panama fan. If you know, you know. I started that little project at 8 o'clock this morning. Might have been 7:30. It's now 10. And 10 o'clock is when it gets warm in here. So we're learning to manage the heat. Well, I'm trying. But you know, there's things to do, and I am a doer. I just do stuff. So I thought I would start on it first thing and get it over with. Took a little longer than I expected, but I've picked up, when I was in 𝐬𝐫𝐸 yesterday, some curtains. Once the sun crests, it's almost there. It's pretty much there. I'll go open it now. So you probably haven't noticed yet, I haven't done a lot of footage in the house since, since the inspection really. But this photo that we picked up, I don't know, me and the girls went shopping maybe December. I want to say December, could be November. That is those are the colors that we are going with. Because we're coastal, right? We're basically down by the coast. And our cupboards are chocolate. There's chocolate, greens, browns, cream, and a huge variety of shades of blue in this picture. So I picked up curtains that were blue. And I also have this photo, which is also similar vein of colors. We're trying to learn how to manage with the heat. Things like using the Instant Pot rather than the gas stove. Cooking on the gas stove is brutal. I mean, there's a fan which sucks a lot of the heat out, which is very helpful, but it's very hot. And so I'm trying to use different cooking methods, like the Instant Pot, to stop from having to use the gas. Also, in the mornings, when I come out, I open these patio doors. They open all the way up, and that allows the cool morning air in. The fan goes, as you can see. Yeah. There's a fan right above it, and that helps to draw. All the fans in here are going, always, at all times. The fans are going. We haven't turned the air conditioning on. Maybe I should when I'm doing videos. I hear ya. I hear ya. So these open up in the mornings, block the sun from the backside, let the cool air in here, and then usually around, now, 10 o'clock, we'll close these doors up, because that's when the bugs start coming out anyway. It starts warming up outside, and then you have bugs flying around, so that's the perfect time to close these up. And then throughout the day, at least until about 5 o'clock, then you can open them back up again. And then you get in the pool. I'm dying to get in the pool, guys. I have not been in there yet today because I was sitting. I wasn't even sitting. I did not sit this morning. Usually I get the phones, do all the things, read through what's happening, check in with you guys, any comments, that kind of thing. And I didn't do that today. I just was thinking about the water because I was reloading Brad's water bottle and I checked to see how much water was left in the container down below because it's a sucker upper. I didn't think that through very well, but anyway, it's a sucker upper water bucket, and so I looked inside to see how much water was left, and that's what started the entire pantry affair. And now it's 10 something, and I want to get in the pool, guys. Yeah, it's 10:11. 31 degrees outside, 28.9 degrees in here where we are. Whew. She's a doozy. Actually, 31 is pretty cool around these parts. I've been having issues with my liver, and so we went to a nutritionist who came up with a menu that will work for both of us. We both were unitized by her machines and all the things, and so she came up with a menu because I'm not making 2 meals. I can't even do 1 meal, never mind. So she came up with a menu that works for the both of us with slight tweaks here and there. And fortunately, after doing the pantry today, I was like, what am I supposed to make? I hadn't pre-looked at, and thankfully, today is a smoothie. Thank you. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming. You'll remember that I was talking about the trail of ants that I had already nuked. They were gone. Well, the next batch of eggs, I suppose, have hatched, and I've seen little tiny baby ants going. So I want to get those quick before they mature enough to lay the next round. I also need to add extra, another dose out on the driveway and our lower ramp, because it does take a couple of doses, and then, you know, the next, when the eggs hatch that they have down below, those eggs will come, those ants will come up, they will reproduce, so you need to hit them, and then they will be gone. But it's a great recipe. Here it is. So when you're putting this ant killer down, always shake it, because some of the sugar, if you don't get the sugar completely dissolved, it will settle to the bottom. And so it's important to keep shaking it. I use quite hot water. They say use warm water, but I use cane sugar and it takes a lot to dissolve it. So I use hot water. Doesn't seem to make any difference. But give it a good shake before you use it. And you can use little bottle caps or cotton balls, whatever you have. I've even at some points used just rolled up paper towel. Just cut it into strips, roll it up, and use that instead. Whatever will hold the sugar, the water, the liquid in here will obviously evaporate. My dishwasher's going off for some reason. Okay, the liquid will run off, and the sugar and borax will stay in the cotton balls or paper towel, whatever you're using. And they will eat that and take that back to the queen. And when the queen dies, which the borax will kill her, when the queen dies, the rest of them die. So that's how that works. Yes, I know it's dirty down there. I haven't cleaned it yet because I'm trying to kill all the ants. Once that's done, then I will clean it. So that one was highly active. There was a lot of ants on it, and I haven't seen even one now. But like I said, the next batch will hatch, and then they'll need to be hit again. So just stay on top of it for a couple weeks, and if you see any activity, nuke them again. On another note, if you'll remember the culvert I was referring to in last week's video, and I said it was like 2.5 feet, it's not. It's about 1.5 foot, but it's still a fair-sized culvert. Okay, so I finally unpacked all my YouTube gadgets, and so I'm currently using a expandable tripod that I haven't been comfortable with before. It won't tighten down properly, and so I'm always afraid my iPhone is going to flop and fall down. So anyway, we're going to give it a go because I used up the battery on the GoPro doing the pantry. So let's go take a look outside. This is the wall I was talking about. All this black stuff was everywhere, all along here and all the way down through this end. And we're getting it off with the power washer. I just noticed up here that there is gardening area up here as well, all the way along. About 2 feet worth of space there. And then you could put a lower version down along here, and that will make this wall look so much better. We're hoping to hear from the gardener guy tomorrow, because it's Carnival this weekend, and so everybody is celebrating and doing all the things. I'm not really sure, to be honest, what Carnival is all about. Haven't had a chance to look that up yet, but everybody is celebrating. There's fireworks, music. You can hear it distant from here, but you can hear it, and it's nice to know that everybody's out having a good time. We would go, but we are too busy. There's too much happening around here, unfortunately, and we're just exhausted at the end of the day. Dealing with a bunch of rowdy people is probably not my favorite thing in the best of days. So we're going to skip it this year, but next year we'll go. Hold me to it. We have a little dicky bird. Cutest little thing. It's not a hummingbird, but it's small, but not hummer size. And it sleeps up in here. Where is it? Right here. Right up in that corner. A couple of nights now. But last night, he didn't come. So, we're hoping that he's okay, she's okay. We don't have a name for her yet. But, if she keeps coming, we might have to get one. Leave a comment down below with your name ideas for the little dicky bird. Well, she's probably, her body's about this big. She's not hummer size. She's definitely bigger than a hummer, not quite sparrow. And she's got a long Pinocchio nose. Maybe we should call her Pinocchio. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I will try and get a picture of her. We've also got a bird's nest up here. I don't believe there's anything in it. When the GoPro is fully charged, maybe I will put that up there, extend it up there to have a look inside that nest before we disturb it at all. But I haven't heard any chirping from there, so I don't think it's in current use. Our neighbors, I don't have their permission to share their YouTube channel, although it seems like they would want me to, but I have to ask them first. So they have their backyard, their garden is beautiful. It's immaculate. And so we asked them who their gardener is. And that's who we are hoping to use. So it'll be nice to get this all pruned up. It's going to be still quite a lot of foliage along the top, obviously, because the trees are growing down below. But it's great because it gives us A, something to look at, and B, some protection from the winds and the heat. Once the sun gets over behind these trees, which is probably about 4 or 5, it gives us earlier shade. And right now, I need it. As you can see here, there are tires. This is all kind of held together with tires. This was reinforced, I suppose, with a tire wall. Looks like one of them fell down. Like I said, there's a lot to be done. Once we get the vegetation cleaned up and we can see where everything is, what we have to work with, then we can work on putting it all back together. I just noticed, I don't know how I didn't put this together before. The tires are not there to well, they are there to reinforce the hillside. But the reason for that is actually, let me turn this around, because the the rain collects on the roof, comes down the chain into the bucket at the bottom here, and then it's piped out down along here. So to protect the hillside from being washed away, they have put these tires in there. That's the point of the tires. I just noticed it over here. This is the pool drain, which runs from the pool and allows the water out. And that has tires under it, and I just realized that's why. Because it's to reinforce so that the water drainage doesn't wash away the hill. For what it's worth, that's my take on why those are there. I don't know the reality of it, but it seems like a reasonable thing to do. But I'm the blonde in the room. Don't count on me. As you can see, the ground is bone dry, dead dirt. We will need to bring in quite a bit of material to get this back to a living dirt. I don't know if you understand what I mean by that, but you can't grow anything in dust. And that's really all this is. All the nutrients have been sucked out of it. There's really no value to it at this point. And so this dirt probably just got dried out over the years. Once they cut all the vegetation down to build the house, it just dries out and dies. So you need to bring in good soil, good compost, good minerals to put back into the ground so that you can then grow a proper lawn. It's going to take some time to get this property up to snuff. Plus all the other things that we want to do with the raised beds and the chickens and ducks. All of this stuff is going to take time, so if you don't want to miss anything, be sure to subscribe. I love these little cupboards because inside of here we have shoes. How do I open that? Okay, not in that one. But there are shoes in here. And it's handy for the door, but you also have display shelves so you can put little knickknacks on there. At least one of my viewers will recognize that cabana. As you can see, washing this side of the house is a very tedious and exhausting process. So, of course, it's about 11:30 now, and so we're working at the back of the house because the sun has come over top, and it's very hot. It's very hot, and I want to get back in the pool. Maybe I will get back in the pool. No reason I couldn't. Oh, I gotta make lunch. Turkey. Something. Turkey something. It'll be great. You will see. I don't know who you crazy people are watching this YouTube channel. We created this channel, I've said it 100 times, for our mums to keep an eye on where we are and what we're doing, because they obviously live in Canada, and they were concerned about us moving to Panama, third world country, yada yada. So that's why we created the YouTube channel, but so many of you have decided to join, and thank you for that. We are currently, as it stands right now, I think it is February 16th, at around 11:30 in the morning, and I have 199 subscribers. So if you get to be 200, welcome to the club, and thank you very much. Okay, so the sidewalk is coming along. It's pretty brutal. Brad is able to help me with it, but it's hard on my back. And for those of you who are new, Brad is an injured vet, and he has a lot of neck and back issues, heavy duty things, anything to do with bending. He's unable to do those things. So if you see me doing a lot around here, that's why. I don't want to hear any. He's an injured vet, and he has to have 2 massages a week just to stay mobile. So this is why. And I'm a doer. I like to be doing everything anyway. Let's face it, men never do it right. The sidewalk's getting there. We are about a third of the way. So looks like he's doing about 5, maybe 10 minutes. Usually about 5 minutes at a time. And then I'm in there. So it's coming along, but right now I gotta make lunch. Okay, I about near had it. I'm getting in the pool. Watch that. Just sign up for that.
Count to 10, then open up my eyes. If you're gone, I'll take it as a sign. But if you stay, then baby hold me tight and send me off with the words of a lullaby. Of a lullaby. I've been trying to make sense of it all, looking for signs in the stars, but it's been right in front of me this whole time. Can't believe I didn't see the light. Of a lullaby. If I never see the light, I wouldn't care, 'cause I'm so perfect right here. If I never see the light, I wouldn't care, 'cause I'm so perfect right here. I'll count to 10, then open up my eyes. If you're gone, I'll take it as a sign. But if you stay, then baby hold me
So it's Tuesday, we are in Coronado for Brad's massage, and they have a reverse lane, so there's sectioned off one lane of, I'm going to say, westbound traffic in order to allow an extra lane of eastbound traffic towards Panama City, because everybody is heading back to the city after having been in Las Lajas for Carnival. So in order to get everybody through, they've opened up an extra lane on our side because almost nobody's going this way. Good thinking. Well guys, we did it. We made 200 subscribers. I can't believe it. If you happen to know that you were the 200 subscriber, please send me a message. If you have your thing turned on to show, then I would have gotten a message that you had joined. You have to have it set in your settings to show that you have subscribed. But whoever was 200 did not have that set, so I don't know. If you know, by all means, send me a message. And huge thank you to all of our subscribers. I don't know who you are, but we're happy to have you, and hopefully you can find it a little entertaining. These blocks, sorry, I should have a mic on. Those blocks are 4 inches by 18 inches and probably 8 inches high, maybe 10. And they are 75 cents here at the store. So I think I'm going to use that to build our compost bins, because I want to have 3 compost areas, so it'll rotate on a 3-year rotation. In theory. Practicum, who knows? Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, February 19th, and today I'm going to put the video together for Sunday because it's a pretty quiet day around here. So Brad's massages are changing. As you all know, his massages are Mondays and Thursdays historically. But his new massage therapist, because of her schedule, we've all decided Tuesday and Friday will be better. And so we're doing Tuesdays and Fridays. So today is a free day. I'm going to use it to get the video put together. And if I need to, then I still have Friday, and in a worst case scenario, Saturday, to make sure I get something out for you guys. This morning, I put up some cameras around the property, not out of concern for anything, but because we had them. What you may not know is that we had a deal on a house previously, a property in the Boquete area, And the guy kept changing all the parameters anyway, we just finally said sod it and got out of that deal. I bought these cameras for that property for other reasons, and so I decided I would put them up. So I've got them up this morning. As you can see, there's one there on the shed. There's a few scattered throughout the property. So in the process of doing that, I got bit on my ankle by something, a nipper. Every time I go in the grass, and I've been like, it's not getting so bad now, but when we first got here, fresh meat, they were all about me. So I had big welts all over my legs. It was kind of crazy. So I've learned now to wear pants and shoes. Don't go out there in shorts. Like I did in the last video, my legs were just eaten alive after that. Anyway, I have a pro tip for you, and that is, if you do get bit, lavender. Essential oil, lavender. You just put it on the bite, it takes the sting right away. It's like afterbite. Back home, probably in the States too, they have afterbite that you put on when you've been bitten. This is the same thing. Works exactly the same. You just put a little dollop on, like tiny little amount, and it takes the sting right away. And that quick, the sting is gone. So our gardener guy did not come this week yet. He called. It's been Carnival here. I'm not sure, I think I mentioned that in a different video or earlier in this one. I don't know what the festivity is about, but it's Carnival weekend. The traffic is absolutely insane on the Pan American. We had to go to Brad's massage yesterday. Nope. Tuesday. Tuesday we went. Today's Thursday. The traffic was just insane. They opened up a third lane on the wrong side to help get the traffic through, which is a great system, and they've got it down to a science. But if you're on the wrong direction, you need to get across. You have to go a mighty long way to find an opening that you can turn and go back the other way. So you want to be very careful that you do your shopping, do your bits and bobs in that direction, and then get the rest of it coming back, because there's no crossing. You can't cross. You have to go for miles to find a crossing. So it's quite a thing. So getting back to the gardener, he contacted me yesterday, and they have scheduled us for Saturday. So they're going to come out on Saturday and have a look at what needs to be done. I don't know if they're going to get started that day. Maybe they're going to start Monday. I don't know. But we're waiting on all of that. We can't do anything else until all of that is done. And I don't know how many guys he's going to bring, but that's going to take a while. So, yeah. I had found a chicken coop on Marketplace, and it was $150. The guy said he's moving. They're moving in a few days. They need it gone. He can deliver it. So I messaged him, and obviously for $150, it was newer looking, and he would deliver it. That's great. Anyway, in the process of this, he was taking days to get back to me and answering messages, and then he said, when you come to pick it up, you can come pick it up anytime. Just send me a $50 deposit and you can pick it up. I said, I don't want to pick it up. I need it delivered. And I'm not sending you any money. So I went in and looked at his profile, to see if he's a real person. And it appeared he wasn't. He opened this account in October. He had posted the same picture of a guy, about 30. The same picture twice. That was the extent of his Facebook interactions. And what 30-year-old is going to have a chicken coop? So anyways, I messaged and I said, I'm not sending you any money in advance. You're welcome to deliver it and I'll pay you when you get here. And he was washy. I said, you don't have a proper Facebook account. Like, there's no way for me to know that you're even real. Oh, trust me. And anyway, I blocked him. So that's too bad, because that would have been a great deal. Except it wasn't. So you gotta be careful on Marketplace. So first thing this morning, I swept and mopped the floors about 7:30 when it was still really nice and cool out. Got that done and out of the way. I also found a trail of ants in the bathroom, the main bathroom in the house, and that is no bueno. So I got my magic juice out, put down the things, and they took to it and vanished. So it doesn't usually work that quick. So I don't know what's going on. I figured maybe they were just gathering it all and they were having a big feast for this evening. Maybe that's what they're doing. They're feasting on it all. I don't know. Also, when I was in the pool, I saw a couple of ants walking along the beam here. This, trying to hold my finger steady. This beam. So I put some cotton balls down along here. I put 2 on the other side as well. And they have taken to it, so eat away. Eat away. Take some home to mama. Also, our neighbors have company. They're, one of them, their parents came in last night, and so they're gonna stop by later on, late this afternoon, and have a quick visit with us, and so that'll be exciting. The realtor is bringing by, there was a tote that went with the house. There's a special tamper-proof key that goes to these bars, because we want to take them off, paint them up on both sides, because the insides look terrible. They didn't do the insides, just the outsides. I don't know why. Just an oversight probably. So we want to take those off and paint them on both sides and then put them back up all pretty. Plus, while they're down, I'll clean the windows. So much easier that way. I've been saving cardboard boxes specifically for that purpose in the shed, and so then we can just lay the boxes down on the lawn, spray it all white, roll it, whatever we're gonna do, and we're not ruin the lawn. Yeah, so the realtor's coming about 11:30, he said. We're not gonna be taking those off anytime in the near future. There's no panic for that, but I did need to find, it was in the paperwork that there was a special key for that, so I wanted to make sure we had it, you know, before it got too far along. So we will have that now, and we can get to that when we have a minute. Today we are finishing, I believe, these sidewalks. We've got all of this, we have all of this finished, all of this is done, down along the back side, and back in behind here is finished as well, so it's just this back wall here. Today is day 6 of cleaning these sidewalks. They were in a right state, and even still, we do still have the bottoms of these still need to be done, and the chain. It's raining. Just little drops, but it just came out of nowhere. It just suddenly started dropping on my head. So as I went to get beautified this morning, I had a little visitor on the back of the tap, a praying mantis. I don't know, we leave these doors open most of the days. Things fly in, but they fly right back out. It's no big deal. How that mantis got in there, I don't know. Anyway, I called Brad, bring some paper towel, and he gently took it out and released it. So no praying mantis was hurt in the making of this video. But in my surprise, I failed to get a picture.